Hey guys, yesterday I was privileged enough to meet Armen Martirossian and Simonian, who are kind of in charge of this dig we're doing out here on the outskirts of Yerevan at a place called Karmir Blur. I would encourage everybody to come out here and have a look, but do not just start wandering in. Find somebody who is responsible so you don't break anything. You don't break anything that's 3,000 years old. Armen,
Yes.
What are we looking at?
We're looking at a site, an Iron Age site, the late Iron Age. It's called Teish Baini at the time. Now it's called Karmir Blur, which means Red Hill in Armenian, because the fortress area of the site is in the background, and it's the center of this whole area, which is over 50 hectares. Where we're digging right now, the active site now, is what used to be a necropolis, so like an old cemetery. And we have burials from the Iron Age, perhaps a little earlier, we don't know yet, but most of them are Iron Age based on the vessels and weapons that they're buried with.
Okay, and what's the what period are we talking about?
Oh, about 2,600 years. So the Iron Age is the period of time.
Okay.
And the reason we're doing this right now and in such a complete manner, what appears to be a very full manner, is because there's a road that's going to be coming through, part of the North-South Highway. And the government's been kind enough to fund us for at least 6 months to dig this whole site. Now, the site is huge, and we're not going to be able to make it in 6 months or a year, but at least we're starting and we're getting a lot of great data. And in the history of this site, in the history of the Iron Age, there's no site as rich as this.
Okay, so what does this have to do with Armenian history? A lot of people are saying, is this Armenian? Is this, what does this have to do?
It was the Urartu kingdom of the time in Armenian history, and the people who were part of this empire at the time, or this kingdom, were ancestors to Armenians. And so this is part of Armenian history, from various things, burials, and we know that there's a continuation. We know from ancient DNA that there's a genetic continuity of people here for at least 3,500 years. So these are certainly not only our ancestors, but the ancestors of a number of other people in the Transcaucasus and what's now central Anatolia, the Armenian Highlands, and northern Iran. So this is a very important site, not just for Armenians.
And can you tell us a little bit, we can't stretch this too long, but just some of the highlights. What are some of the interesting things you found when you're digging these pits?
We found the differences in burial is fantastic. So we found one pit where two soldiers, what appears to be two soldiers, were buried on their backs. Other pits where we find people buried in fetal positions on their left or on their right. Pits where servants were buried on top of their owners, or what appears to be servants. We have yet to gather more data to be able to say that conclusively. But we found jewelry, we found complete ceramics, so it's very informative, and it's only the first month that we're doing this, and we've already got a lot of data.
Yeah, okay. As the plane flies overhead and maybe disturbs our sound, but anyway, that's a very, very brief introduction to what's going on here at Karmir Blur. I would encourage everybody to go onto Facebook and search for Armen Martirossian and become his friend on Facebook, because he's going to be here for the next 6 months at least, and going to be digging and establishing the importance of this site for Armenian heritage.
And
okay.
my role is as an anthropologist. Let me just get that out of the way as well. So I'm just identifying both. All of these people are laboring, sweating, and we're just doing this for our own heritage, for the cultural history of this region.
That's great. I love it. Armen, thank you so very much. Please contact him on Facebook to get more information on how to visit it, how to support it, what the plans are further on. We don't have time for that right now, but wow, what a great project. Thanks very much.
Thank you.